Cops arrest black woman at the bank for fake check. Unaware she is FBI agent. On her day off, Dr. Maya Ellison, a senior FBI agent, walked into Rivergate Federal Savings wearing a simple blouse and jeans. Just another customer with a check to deposit $287,000, a federal settlement intended to build a community tech center in her late father's name. But to Priscilla Norris, the bank's rigid, judgmental manager, Maya's casual look did not match the size of the check. With a condescending smile and a thinly veiled sense of superiority, Priscilla questioned the legitimacy of the deposit. Her tone dripping with a suspicion, within minutes she had quietly summoned the police. The lobby froze as officers Harlong and Dewar burst in, exchanging silent looks of bias before dragging Maya away in handcuffs. You really thought you could catch this? Harlong sneered, twisting the cuffs tighter. Maya, calm but burning inside, replied evenly, if we had just listened. They did not. Cameras flashed as she was paraded past, curious onlookers, the whispers of fraud and thieves trailing behind her like a smoke. What they did not know was that they had just arrested one of the country's top federal agents, a woman who had spent years fighting the very kind of corruption she was now a victim of. At the precincts, under the flicker of fluorescent lights, Harlon and Dewar fabricated their report with casual arrogance, inventing phrases like aggressive stance and or non-compliant tone. Maya watched silently as the evidence cracked open the envelope and a tailored slip fluttered out. Her trained eye caught it instantly, a code linked to a veteran's charity fraud rings she had been investigating. That's when she realized Rivergate Federal was not just prejudice, it was a dirty. Hours later, as Assistant District Attorney Trent Marbury strutted in, Maya met his smug expression with a quiet warning. You are making the biggest mistake of your career. When she finally revealed her badge to Chief Eleanor Robles, the color drained from everyone's faces. Supervisory Special Agent Maya Ellison, FBI Civil Rights and Financial Crimes Division. She said firmly, the check was real, the charges were false, and the real crime was hiding in plain sight. Released in silence, Maya walked past the cameras, her humiliation transformed into determination. That night, at her mother's Geneva's kitchen table, she regrouped with her data analysis partner Avery Cho and community leader Pastor Leah Monroe. Avery confirmed the check's legitimacy. Geneva pulled out all protest flyers and rejection letters, relic of decade-long discrimination. They have been using the same playbook since I was your age, Geneva said, digging deeper. Avery uncovered a network of shell companies funneling charity money through the same bank, all tied to Marbury's business partners. Maya's arrest had been a cover-up, so they fought back with truth. On a bright Saturday, hundreds gathered outside Rivergate Bank as Maya took the stage to expose the fraud. Just as she began to speak, Harlon and Dewar appeared again. Now in tactical gear, claiming a security concern, Harlon tried to plant an envelope near her podium, evidence meant to frame her again. But Pastor Leah swung her offering box like a hammer of justice, knocking it from his hand. Cameras zoomed in as the envelope slid across the stage, revealing evidence from the district attorney's office itself. Then a sharp voice cut through the chaos. Federal jurisdiction. This scene is now under Department of Justice control. A DOJ observer stepped forward, badge raised high. The crowd erupted in cheers. Within hours, the truth unrevealed on national television. Footage on Marbury removing evidence, bank statements showing Priscilla Norris laundering funds, and arrest warrant for Harlon and Dewar on civil rights violation. Days later, Marbury resigned in disgrace. The bank fell under federal seizure and Chief Robles publicly apologized to Maya on live TV. The story that began with handcuffs ended with headlines, FBI agent wrongfully arrested uncovers multi-million-dollar fraud ring. The following week, Maya returned to Rivergate Federal, now under new management. Taylor Angela Rich, once too afraid to speak, greeted her with respect. "Welcome back, Agent Ellison." Maya smiled softly, sliding the same check across the counter, this time depositing it for the Ellison Center for Tech and Justice, a space that would teach young people how to protect themselves from the system that failed her. Outside, the morning sun reflected off a bronze plaque newly mounted beside the entrance. It read, "The right to dignity is not subject to verification." As Maya stepped away from the glass doors, the serious noise faded behind her. The bank that once humiliated her now stood as a proof that truth, once revealed, can rewrite everything. And sometimes, the only way to break a corrupt system is to let it arrest the wrong omen first.